Hello, y'all. This is your girl April, aka Blogging with April, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Blogging with April Chronicles. Y'all got to excuse my voice, y'all. I'm drinking some coffee, y'all. Almost got scringled. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, let's roll with it. Y'all, I was just thinking, you know what I'm saying, as I was thinking about what will I talk about today. I'm just thinking about, something, I'm just, what we got going on in society. You know what I'm saying? Some things depend on age, culture, you know what I'm saying, or where you from. Will this affect you? So listen, let me think about what would be the one thing that can affect us all. No matter what it doesn't matter what nationality, you know what I'm saying, where we're from, doesn't matter, what career we have. This is going to affect us all. Doesn't matter about social status and none of that stuff. So I thought about it. And maybe y'all can help me with this too. Y'all can jot y'all response down, give me some feedback in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to talk about it. I thought about what if all of us had to come off the grid for 48 hours? What would we do? I'm saying very interesting. What will we do coming off the grid, meaning you can't receive any texts, you're not going to have any internet services, you can't call anybody, you can't text call, you can't chat, no Facebook, no social media. What would we do? And in some situations you might not even have electricity. So what would you do for 48 hours if we all had to come off the grid? So I thought about, you know what I'm saying, what would that mean to me? Okay, so what can I be able to live with or live without? So I thought about it. Well, I might could be okay without, what I'm saying, a computer. What I'm saying, a computer, laptop, or whatever. I might could be okay with that because, I can find, different things, other things that entertain me, such as I can go outside, think and y'all, and I think with this here, sometimes coming off the grid means no electricity too. You won't have any electricity, no power. So it all depends. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't with all that thing we see on the movie with that purging. People just going wild, rampant, and looting and stuff like that. But if I was in a safe environment, safe place, could I be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? I say it all depends on, like if, where you are, where you from, and can you be able to do it? But I think I might need my electricity. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to be, cold. If it's, what I'm saying, if it's like, if it's winter, I don't like to be cold. So I'm going to need my electricity. So I'm going to go ahead and minus that off. I'm going to need my electricity. But I think I can be able to do without a computer. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to be on my computer. I can use a tablet. You know what I'm saying? I'm ancient with it. I can use a notepad. I can be able to use old-fashioned pen and paper. We got to get back to that anyway. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we're messing up our creativity by always relying on a computer and laptop. So if I can be able to just old-fashioned write stuff down, that also helps keep up with, and keep it helps out with increases your brain cells and creativity. So you know what I'm saying? So I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can, use paper and pen, write and stuff like that. So that won't be a problem with me. Now, what will be a problem if I have to travel? Because a lot, you know what I'm saying, I'm so reliant on my GPS. So that would be an issue because I got this thing to where I'm so dependent on it to where if I'm driving somewhere I don't know, I'll just freak out because I'm like, I don't want to get lost. I don't want to get lost. And especially if I'm traveling by myself, it's more like, as you think about like how people are getting kidnapped and bad things happening, to women and stuff like that. So that part, I might, I'm saying, kind of be afraid of. I wouldn't travel. So I definitely would have to stay home then if we had to come off the grid because, if I don't know where I'm going, I'm not gonna feel safe if I can't use my GPS. And I'm big on that, and that's why, like, I'm having chargers. I keep my phone charged up all the time because I rely on that. I rely on my GPS. If you know what I'm saying, if I'm somewhere I don't know where I'm going, so that would be a problem for me. What else would be a problem for me? Voicemail and don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we get back off the grid, I'll check my messages. So that wouldn't be an issue with me not being able to receive text or voicemail. Hopefully, if I was to come off the grid, I have my family with me and people, my loved ones, they'll be safe. So hopefully that'll be a plus. So yeah, that would be interesting. Just not to have, like no electricity, or you can't talk, you can't, like somebody far away, you can't email or text. Some of y'all will freak all the way out, because some of y'all, I know you rely heavily on your phones, and I know, that could be a problem, you know what I'm saying? And that could be an issue too, like if you're taking care of someone, remotely, you know what I'm saying? You have a loved one, you at work, you got to take care of them, and your way of knowing what's going on is by calling and stuff like that. So that could be an issue. But yeah, y'all have to think about that, because sometimes I think is like outside the box sometime, and just think about what would happen if the whole world just turned dark, like we can't do nothing. What will we do? How will we be able to survive? That's interesting. I read something on, I think on yesterday, about this topic about coming off the grid. One guy, where he did, he tried it for a week. So he went to China. So what he did, he emailed all his friends and people that he normally be in contact with, to say, he's about to be off the grid. He's about just to be away, for a couple of weeks. So he'll respond to them, whenever he gets back in town. He just wanted to see, like, how is it going to be like just without no technology, no cell phone, no computer, just totally unplugged for a couple of weeks, just to see, like, could he be able to do it? Like how will his lifestyle change? How will that affect his psychological? How will that affect his mental? So, that's interesting, So he went to China and just did some, things over there, just unplugged from, United States and stuff like that. So yeah, y'all, that's interesting. A lot of things, I feel that if we have to do it, if we had to go back, like how, people did it before our time, people from centuries back, like how they survived without technology. They didn't have the conveniency that we have today, and how they really made it. And back then they still invented things. They still, operate their business. They still took care of their families. They were A-okay. And I think a lot of times, with the more convenient things are, sometimes the less creative we become. We become less creative. A lot of time that helps, that also contribute to some people being lazy. Because everything is convenient. They don't want to think. They Google this, Google that, Alexa this and that. So it stifles a lot of the creativity. And I think, y'all, that may be what's going on with our kids and the younger generation, and the kids in society now, that they don't want to do certain stuff. Like they don't want to go outside. Stuff that I used to do when I was a child. I used to stay outside about all day long, and it wasn't, seemed like it wasn't as hot, like, what I'm saying, as it is now. I don't know if the heat is different now, and that comes from, like, the pollution. We're not taking care of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like we should. You got things that can be recycled. We're not doing that. We're trashing up our environment. So a lot of that, have to do with just the element and stuff like that too. So I don't remember it being like as hot as it is now. I don't recall. And we used to be out, me and my brother, cousins, like that. We used to be outside. Sister, we used to be outside all the time. And we learned how to, rely on one another. We learned, and it wasn't all this technology like how it is now. We learned you know, how to come up with our own game. We was creative. We came up with our own rules. You know, we were able to, you know, toughen things out better, you know, and bullying wasn't a big deal and big thing like it is now. You know, you got cyberbullying. You got people now that we call them like social media thugs. They'll type all this stuff or bully you or whatever through emails or whatever that they dare won't even say to your face. They're like two different people. They say all this stuff on, you know what I'm saying, behind the keys, but they're not gonna say these stuff to you up front. So we got a lot of that, you know, going on, you know. So sometimes I guess like being off the grid, it'll bring you back to your roots if you know you from that generation. These kids now wouldn't be able to understand it, you know, but as parents we can incorporate some of the things that we done as kids, like allow them just to cut off the TV for a few minutes, allow them just to, you know, figure some stuff out instead of always figuring out for them. Google this, Google that, figure the answer, you know, like figure it out. Think the brain cells are depleting. We're not activating those brain muscles because we're scrolling and we're looking at everything on the computer all the time. So yeah, so it's like sometimes like these like a natural disaster, you know, with that, sometimes that kind of brings you back grounded, like you know, with the different things going on. Like, you know, I remember when I was in I think third grade, we had a storm called Hurricane Hugo, and you know, we was out of electricity for, I want to say, like close to a month or so, maybe, you know, I don't remember the exact time frame, but it's like people were more together. Like it was more unity. You know, you had neighbors that like everybody took turns cooking. We had one neighbor, you know, they cook for the whole neighborhood. You know, we had like a store in our neighborhood. You know, they provided resources and stuff like that. Like everybody took care of one another then, you know. People were more generous, you know, like, and I remember like we had to wait in line like for hours just to put gas in our car. You know, my husband said like when like with the pool they had, like people from the neighborhood, they used like their pool like to get water. You know what I'm saying? Like people pull their resources together and help one another. And it's like now, you know, people are more scared to do that now for some reason. People are scared to say something to like the other people kids if they out of line. And I'm hearing people don't want to, you know, I call it so, I guess they say they don't want to get in other people's business if they see something that can be hurtful. Like people are more fear driven now. Like back then people wouldn't have mind like if they see, you know, your child walking to pick them up. And I know we can't do that now because now things are such, it's more ruthless now, but people wouldn't have mind taking your child home and taking your child to school. Like a lot of times, like I know as for me, like I was like in different clubs like JROTC, just stuff like that. And then it was like a my friend mom, like she used to like, we used to go to her house, she used to take us to practice and we used to hang out on the weekends. You know, it was like those times were better, and we used to like go shopping all day. Our mom, they didn't care that we went over to their home. And then we had even like some of my friends, they used to come spend the night at our house, you know, and then we used to like, you know, have sleepovers, trip out on the weekends. Our friends, they used to do my hair. Y'all, those were like the good times. And it's like now we just have to be so, like things are different. We have to be so careful of, you know, where our kids go, you know, what they're, you know, and what they are doing and like wearing stuff like that. So I guess the cell phones are good in that regards. Like you can keep up with your kids because it's like a lot of things, you know, going on now that I get it, you know, and technology is good, you know, if it's used for the right things. You know, if you're using things for the right things, like Facebook, like, okay, that was for people, you know, if you had family, you want to get in touch with, you know, if family or you want to get back, you know, you want to get back cool with your friends and they stay, like far away, y'all can talk and, messenger and stuff like that. That was good for that. Facebook has reunited relationships. And on one hand, it has tear down relationships too, because some people are so quick to vent their feelings out, on, Facebook, social media, and that was designed for that, because that's going to tear down a relationship when you can just pick up the phone and literally call somebody. Why you feel a need to go on social media to air out business and stuff like that, where you can talk in private? Like, okay, you doing that for clout? I don't understand the whole purpose of that. Because what if it wasn't Facebook? What would you have done? How would you squash that issue? Or it could just be a misunderstanding. So I don't understand, I think we need to get back to what we used to. How did our parents do it? Like back when they were kids, it wasn't like social media. And social media is not a bad thing. It's how people use it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. It's how people use it. And I must say, like, it all depends on how you use it. Some people, like a lot of us, use social media like to promote our business, to share something positive, to interact with others. We're doing the positive piece of it. You know what I'm saying? And or just to have fun, meet people, connect with like-minded people. And that's good, because you got people from all over that you may be in one country, somebody else might be in another country, but y'all connect. You know what I'm saying? So it's good in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't take nothing away from it. But it just, you got the bad part of it. So that's what I feel like. That would agree it would come in good at. So the people who use it for the bad thing, they won't be able to use it, for 48 hours or whatever. So they would have to just sit there and really sort out their feelings without getting the opinions of others. So that would be good for them. Yeah, so that just, my opinion on what if, you know what I'm saying? What if we had to come off the grid? You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. What do y'all think about that if you had to come off the grid for 48 hours? What would you do? What are some things that you want to do that you didn't get a chance to do? Like, I know, like with me, I'm not an outdoor person, but I think camping is interesting. Like, I don't know why I don't like, but I think it's interesting. It's crazy, right? So just I see it on TV, like how people, they set their tents up, how they got the, tell their little, I guess, horror stories with the flashlight. That looks fun on TV. But I think that'd be interesting if we had to come off the grid. That I wouldn't mind doing. You know. So yeah, y'all. Yeah, that's my little what if, my Blogging with April Chronicles for this week, y'all. Feel free to share your opinion. We can keep this conversation going. I love to hear ideas and opinions, from others. You know what I'm saying? I love it. That's the whole purpose of me starting this platform in the begin with. It wasn't really, y'all, to make money. Blogging with April was more, you know what I'm saying, or something just that people can be able to, express their ideas, concerns, come together, share information, just be able to, vent in a respectful place, you know what I'm saying? So it really originally started from Blogging with April. I just wanted to, like, talk about different stuff that's going on, and, what affect us, you know what I'm saying, in our world, in our society, or wherever we're from, locally, naturally, so that's what was the whole idea behind it. But it just took off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm enjoying it, y'all. I enjoy just, just coming up with some random stuff sometimes, just to talk about it, just to get us thinking again and back to what we used to. So yeah, y'all, feel free to share. Thanks for watching. Y'all check out my other content on www.aprilblog.online. That's my blogging platform, aka Blogging with April. I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to build that up, so please subscribe. You know what I'm saying? That's growing slowly but surely. It's growing. Yeah. Also, y'all, I have merchandise. I do have I got this Blogging with April cup, you know what I'm saying? And Sharon Casey Shay's Creation. She makes my Blogging with April apparel. So y'all, I got that on my link tree. Check that out. Styles for me. So if you place your order, give it 2 weeks and you know what I'm saying, you'll receive it. Now with my I have lipstick and lip shine. Yeah, give it 5-7 days, you know what I'm saying, depending on where you from, that you will get that order, you know what I'm saying. You will pay directly on the website, you know what I'm saying. I do accept PayPal and Cash App. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to pay directly on my website, I do accept that. And if you in my area, I can accept cash as well. I'm saying, you know, it all depends on like where you from. You just want to go ahead and pay it online. I have that set up there. You can be able to do that, y'all. So thanks for the ones who supported me thus far. Thanks for watching, y'all. Feel free to comment, like, and share, y'all. Have a happy, successful self-care Saturday, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.